Hello YouTube, this is DVD Review Studios here, and today I'm going to be doing a review on Star Wars The Clone Wars Complete Season 2 on Blu-ray. This is a 3-disc set, this is a thin case edition, and this was included in the 1 through to 5 Blu-ray collection box set of The Clone Wars, and if you would like to see that unboxed, you can check out my review of Season 1 for more information on that particular set. So this is Season 2, it includes 22 episodes in total, 3 discs, like I said, and on the front cover we have an image of Yoda. There's the spine, complete Season 2. On the back we have a brief synopsis of this season and a rundown of the special features, a lot less special features than the first season sadly, but we have 4 behind the scene featurettes with director Dave Filoni and crew interviews, etc. And then we have some really interesting stuff with the Jedi Temple Archives, as it says, with an extensive database of early test animation which certainly interests me, and that includes concept art and 3D turnarounds. And then we have a couple of images from this particular season. We have Obi-Wan and Satine. Cad Bane, certainly the standout character from this season for me personally. And then we have Ahsoka taking Aurra Sing hostage. I think I called her Aurora Sing in my Season 1 review. Just to correct myself, she is actually called Aurra Sing. Total running time of this season is 494 minutes, and this Blu-ray set is rated a PG. And here are the insides. We have the discs, disc 1 with Anakin, disc 2 with Obi-Wan, and disc 3 with Ahsoka. So, giving a rundown of the episodes, we have some very interesting story arcs this season. My personal favourite is definitely the Holocron Heist featuring Cad Bane, and the first episode is titled Holocron Heist, and this story arc lasts for 3 episodes. We have Holocron Heist, Cargo of Doom, and Children of the Force. Holocron Heist is by far one of my favourite episodes of the Clone Wars. It's absolutely phenomenal, featuring Cad Bane infiltrating the Jedi Temple to steal a Jedi holocron, and I really loved the side character Todo 360, is a little tiny droid, and I believe he was voiced by Seth Green if I'm not mistaken, and the story evolves of course into the third episode with Bane forced to kidnap Force-wielding children, or Force-sensitive children, which is very interesting. Next up we have Senate Spy, which is probably one of the most forgettable episodes featuring Padme, as ever. The next story arc spans over 4 episodes, and they're titled Landing at Point Rain, Weapons Factory, Legacy of Terror, and Brain Invaders. This little arc focuses on a droid factory on the planet of Geonosis, and also focuses on destroying that factory only to unveil zombie Geonosians, which are deceased Geonosians controlled via the brain from brain worms, which then the clone troopers become infested with, and overall it's honestly one of the freakiest episodes I've seen so far of the Clone Wars, and I really quite liked it. It was very different to what I was honestly expecting from the show, and I had some great character development, in particular for Ahsoka. Moving on to Disc 2, we have Grievous Intrigue, which of course brings back General Grievous into the series, and overall this episode was quite good. It was basically just a rescue mission for the Jedi Knight Eve Koth, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, who gets kidnapped. Next up we have The Deserter, which overall was very good as a concept, and I really enjoyed how well executed it was. It focuses on Captain Rex being injured and seeking refuge, only to find that the place that he is staying at actually has a clone deserter who has a fully fledged family, which is really interesting to see the chemistry between those two characters. Lightsaber Lost, which was a pretty forgettable episode to be honest, as Ahsoka accidentally loses her lightsaber and learns the art of patience by basically walking around with a very old, very decrepit ancient Jedi Master, and of course you can tell that this episode is quite childish in comparison to the other ones, and it has a little moral attached to it once again, etc. Not that I mind these episodes, but thank God there's less of them than there are action-packed and interesting episodes. Next up we have 3 episodes that form a story arc focusing on Mandalore. So we have the Mandalore Plot, Voyage of Temptation, and then flipping over we have Duchess of Mandalore, which overall was quite good. It focuses on Obi-Wan Kenobi protecting the Duchess Satine of Mandalore from a corrupt government, more or less, which was overall quite a decent storyline, but it did drag in some areas. And next up we have Senate Murders, again another Padme episode, which was overall very much forgettable. And finally, moving on to disc 3, first up is Cat and Mouse, which overall was a very enjoyable episode. We have Obi-Wan and Anakin testing a new weapon against the Separatist leader Admiral Trench. And certainly Trench is one of the most bizarre and overall fantastic looking character designs. I just loved the arachnid-style alien look, and he was certainly one of the more standout characters from this season. Next up we have Bounty Hunters, which overall was quite a good episode. A village of farmers end up getting taken advantage of from some pirates who steal their stuff, and so they hire a load of bounty hunters, and then the Jedi end up joining the bounty hunters to help protect the village of farmers. Next up we have the Zillo Beast episodes. We have the Zillo Beast and the Zillo Beast Strikes Back, and amazingly, there's actually a misprint inside the Blu-ray cover. Rather than reading Zillo Beast Strikes Back, we have repeats of the Mandalore plot and Voyage of Temptation from the previous disc, Mandalore plot, Voyage of Temptation. Kind of bizarre, I didn't really expect that, to be perfectly honest. But those episodes should read Zillo Beast Strikes Back, and the one afterwards is R2 Come Home, which sets up the next story arc I will get to in just a moment. So the Zillo Beast episodes overall are quite forgettable, certainly not what I expected from the Clone Wars. A rare alien is discovered, and so it's transported back to Coruscant, and similar to King Kong, it ends up accidentally getting loose and destroying some of Coruscant. So honestly, not an episode I will be revisiting anytime soon. And the final story arc focuses on a young Boba Fett. We have R2 Come Home, Death Trap, and Lethal Trackdown. And these episodes focus on a young Boba Fett teaming up with some bounty hunters to try and seek revenge on Mace Windu for killing his father Jango Fett. And I love how closely these episodes relate to Attack of the Clones. It's absolutely phenomenal, and certainly one of the most interesting episodes from the show so far. So that's all the episodes from Season 2. So thanks for watching my review on the Clone Wars Season 2. Overall, a very good season. Definitely a huge step up in quality from the first one, I mean in terms of animation and episode writing in particular. Certainly enjoyable, and probably my favourite season of the show, to be honest. I really thoroughly enjoyed this. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments what your favourite season of the Clone Wars is, and please subscribe down below for more.